in the harsh and unforgiving lands of Alaska, where the bitter cold haunts the hearts and souls of those who dare to tread, a malevolent deity graces its snow-covered forests. Ithaqua, known as Running Wind or Wendigo, emerges as a figure of twisted legend, revered by the naive. Little do the unsuspecting villagers know, their misplaced worship would bring forth unimaginable horrors. With relentless devotion, the people of Alaska performed dark rituals, appeasing Ithaqua with sacrifices of human lives. Blinded by their belief that this malevolent creature was kind, they unknowingly invited a darkness far beyond their comprehension. And so, the icy winds echoed with the whispers of a forgotten fear, and the ancient deity reveled in the offerings, eagerly awaiting their moment of indulgence. When the snowstorms descended upon the land, a chilling blanket of white cloaked the world, shielding the predator beneath its veil. In those treacherous blizzards, Ithaqua would emerge from the unforgiving tundra, his presence as silent as the fall of a frozen tear, his spectral gaze glowing with an otherworldly malevolence, pierced through the swirling snowflakes, marking his unsuspecting prey. As the storms raged on, wanderers caught in the clutches of the blizzard unknowingly stepped into a deadly dance with the Wendigo. Lost and disoriented, they were ensnared by the frigid embrace of Ithaqua's power. With horrifying speed, the deity manifested itself before them, its twisted form striking fear into even the bravest of hearts. One by one, the victims' fates darkened like the Alaskan night. Their lifeless bodies were eventually discovered in haunting scenes that defied explanation, lying in grotesque postures resembling a fall from great heights. The marks of a merciless struggle marred their limbs, their once human features twisted into contorted grimaces of unimaginable agony, an eternal scream forever etched upon their frozen faces. A more disturbing revelation awaited those who dared to investigate further. Patches of flesh and limbs torn asunder, taken as trophies by the insatiable entity, vanished into the abyss of his depravity. The missing pieces, combined with the nightmarish tableau, painted an eerie picture of a supernatural entity with a ravenous appetite for human suffering. But darkness never truly rests, and the tale of Ithaqua transcends mere mortal limitations. It snakes its way through the frozen veins of Alaska, lurking in the shadows, waiting for its moment to strike once more. The villagers huddled together in fear, whispering their theories and speculations in desperate attempts to comprehend the nature of their monstrous adversary. Some spoke of ancient prophecies warning of Ithaqua's ascendance, while others sought solace in the overtly rational explanations of madmen and skeptics. Yet, deep down, a gnawing dread festered, leaking into their souls, defying all attempts at reason or dismissal. Buried within the frozen soil surrounding the remote village lay the remnants of an ancient civilization, a testament to a time long forgotten. Once vibrant and thriving, it had been reduced to a desolate graveyard, haunted by ethereal echoes and restless spirits. Whispers of dark pacts made eons ago began to surface, revealing secrets hidden beneath layers of ice and time. As the winds howled through the desolate Alaskan landscape, a solemn figure emerged from the depths of the snowy wasteland. A man bearing the weight of generations, clad in tattered furs and adorned with strange symbols, moved with both purpose and a haunted resignation. He was the last descendant of the ancients, burdened with the knowledge passed down to him by his forefathers, seeking to unravel the enigma that had besieged his homeland. The lone survivor ventured into the heart of the foreboding forest, armed with determination but no guarantee of success. He delved into the forbidden territory where the line between reality and nightmare blurred into twisted shapes. In the petrified woods, the very earth seemed alive, pulsating with an eerie energy. Eyes, embers of malevolence, stared from the shadows. observing the unwelcome interloper with an intensity that chilled him to his core. Yet, with each step taken, the man could feel the presence of Ithaqua growing stronger, its cold breath-like tendrils of death caressing his very essence. The snowfall thickened, transforming the world into a hauntingly beautiful yet perilous maze. The man's footsteps muffled by the hush of the snow, he pushed onward, guided only by an instinct that danced on the razor's edge between bravery and madness. As the man continued his treacherous journey, he fought against the whirlwinds of despair and the ever-present possibility of becoming another frozen victim, forever lost to the icy grip of Ithaqua. The air grew thick with dread, and the whispers of spirits long silenced whispered warnings and secrets only they could know. But destiny, fickle as it may be, had chosen this weary warrior as the instrument of change. He had stepped into a realm few would dare to comprehend, and though the fear gripped his heart like a vice, his resolve burned with an intensity as fierce as the northern lights that danced above his head. With each passing moment, the veil between the mortal realm and the monstrous temptations of Ithaqua grew thinner, and as the lone descendant ventured deeper into the heart of the chilling unknown, the line between victory and defeat blurred, threatening to shatter the resolve that had carried him so far. With every step, the lone survivor felt the weight of countless souls upon his shoulders, their eyes filled with hope and desperation. Candles flickered in the corners of his mind, casting distorted shadows against his resolve. The world around him seemed to echo with the distant wails of the tortured and the damned, further fueling the fire of his determination. Suddenly, a presence stirred in the stillness, causing his heart to skip beats within his chest. The ancient trees seemed to lean closer, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching out to ensnare him. The forest itself appeared to breathe, inhaling his fear and exhaling a cacophony of whispers that seeped into his very being. The frozen ground crunched beneath his feet as he entered a clearing, and there, amidst the swirling snowflakes, stood a towering figure, Ithaqua, the embodiment of primordial malice. Its eyes blazed with a malevolence that transcended mortal comprehension, freezing the survivor in his tracks with both terror and awe. The wind howled, carrying the faint cries of those taken too soon. The survivor's breath hung in the frigid air as he stared into the abyss of Ithaqua's gaze. A silent standoff ensued, the weight of their confrontation rippling through the very fabric of reality. With each passing moment, the ancient deity seemed to grow in power, stretching its icy tendrils into the man's soul, attempting to extinguish his flickering flame of hope. But the survivor stood strong, his eyes reflecting an unyielding resolve, fueled by the memories of the fallen and a desperation to break the cycle of fear. Inching forward, he reached into the depths of his being, drawing upon the knowledge passed down to him, the rituals of the ancients etched into his very DNA. With trembling hands, he began to recite sacred incantations, invoking the forgotten deities that had once protected the land. His voice, barely audible against the howling winds, held within it all the anguish and defiance of generations past. The untamed powers of the old world responded, their raw energy crackling in the air, pushing back against the encroaching darkness. In a resplendent spectacle, the blizzard intensified, swirling around the survivor and Ithaqua, trapping them in a tempest of snow and hope. Lightning crackled across the sky, illuminating the eternal struggle between man and monster. The ground trembled beneath their feet as the very essence of Ithaqua's dominion shook in defiance. As the survivor channeled the collective strength of his ancestors, the very fabric of the blizzard seemed to warp and twist, revealing glimpses of an ethereal battleground. A clash of wills unfolded between the mortal and the ancient deity, a battle that transcended mere physicality. Each step forward became a struggle. The survivor's body pushed to its limits as he fought against the overwhelming force, of Ithaqwa's malevolence. The screams of the Forgotten echoed through his mind, propelling him to press on against insurmountable odds. But the Wendigo, a creature born of primordial darkness, was unrelenting. It summoned forth a blizzard so fierce that the very air froze, suffocating the survivor with its icy grip. As he stumbled, gasping for breath, the tendrils of Ithaqwa's influence slithered through his veins, threatening to consume his spirit. In the midst of his anguish, a sudden flash of realization struck the survivor. He carried within him the legacy of his ancestors, their resilience and stories woven into his very core. Drawing strength from their collective spirit, he fought back against the encroaching darkness, forcing the icy grip to loosen its hold. With newfound determination, the survivor unleashed a torrent of ancient symbols and mystical energy. The battlefield trembled as raw power coursed through his veins, igniting his every fiber with a burning resolve. A blinding light enveloped the clearing, temporarily obscuring the vision of both men and deity. When the brilliance subsided, the survivor found himself standing alone, the blizzard calm and serene. Around him, there were no signs of Ithaqwa, no echoes of his presence, as if the deity had been banished back to the shadowy depths from which it emerged. The survivor exhaled a shaky breath, leaning against the weight of his own fatigue. The battle had taken its toll, physically and mentally, but he had emerged victorious against an ancient beast that had held his homeland captive in fear. But victory in darkness often comes at a price. The survivor's mind and spirit remained marked by the encounter, forever haunted by the knowledge of the horrors he had witnessed. With each passing day, the chilling winds whispered fragments of Ithaqwa's dominion, a constant reminder of the fragile balance between light and darkness. Though tales of Ithaqwa's defeat spread far and wide, the memory of the ancient deity remained etched in the hearts of the people. A solemn myth emerged, passed down from generation to generation, a cautionary tale that served as a reminder of the perpetual struggle between good and evil. It was said that long ago, when the land was unspoiled and untamed, a tribe of brave and compassionate warriors stood against the encroaching darkness. They recognized that Ithaqwa's reign of terror could only be vanquished by unity and sacrifice. Led by a great leader who possessed both wisdom and courage, they forged a plan to rid their homeland of the malevolent deity forever. The tribe embarked on a treacherous journey to the heart of the Alaskan wilderness, carrying with them relics imbued with the essence of light and hope. Through the harshest blizzards and the most perilous terrains, they pressed forward, their determination unyielding. At the peak of their quest, the leader, guided by ancient spirits, performed a ritual that summoned Ithaqwa into a confrontation. The battle that ensued was a cataclysmic clash of darkness and pure light, both forces struggling for dominance. Yet, within the chaos, the power of unity and sacrifice prevailed. The warriors, bound by their unwavering conviction, offered their lives as the ultimate sacrifice, willingly surrendering themselves to the dark abyss. In that moment, their spirits merged with the relics, transforming them into beacons of radiant energy. The surge of power overwhelmed Ithaqwa, banishing the deity back into the depths of eternity. Legend holds that the spirits of the fallen warriors, their sacrifice immortalized in the relics, now guard the remnants of the tribe's homeland. They roam the icy expanse, eternal sentinels of their people, defending against the encroachment of darkness should it ever attempt to return. And so, the story of Ithaqwa, running wind, resonates to this day, serving as a chilling reminder that even in the coldest of hearts, a flicker of hope can ignite a flame capable of driving away the darkest of nightmares. The myth lives on, a testament to the triumph of courage, unity, and sacrifice, a beacon of light that fights against the voracious hunger of the Alaska winds.